So, good night, everyone. As you may expect, I am a nobody trying to communicate someone on YouTube through the Google Plus and Facebook and WordPress and the Blogger system. Do you know how many people died on these years that I'm trying to reach some help outside from my country, because the ultimate adjudicance is from my country? So I have to run away from it. I was born in Europe, but in meanwhile, the sensation of Europe in daily life is negative. We simply don't have Europe in each single individual countries. We don't have that. So it's really embarrassing being a Portuguese person and have to ask help, not for me, for others, but ask for help outside of my country. It is not acceptable. So I think it's better for you to get ready for a conversation with me with more than 30 minutes. And for you that love UFOs and conspiracy theories about government and what they do, half an hour is nothing. If we will do a decent commentary about conspiracy and government, you bet you would take more than 1 hour to see really good stuff, which you don't have. So on the minute on the go, I'm going to explain you exactly what it is government these days, okay? The old times speech is only used to grab new funds, you know, like a pop singer in the concerts, you know, when it calls the first in the row, they just want to show to the other fans that, hey, I'm here, I am only one, but I'm trying to get to all of you, so the ones in the front, please come next. Government is a little bit like it. It's a bunch of men and women that dreams and want to change the world. No matter the beliefs on it, because they want to change the world, and they want to be them to change the world. Okay, generally speaking, in good people that exist in the government, that would be considered an oasis in the desert or a myth in the background of mankind history. Anyway, before continuing, thanks very much for holding Sports Lisbon Benfica Club down, because in Portugal there is a killer that reached it by name Benfica. Many Benfica fans started to say, "Oh, it was Porto, hire the guy, so lower the Benfica." No, it has nothing to do with it. It's only by the color. Red, living red, blood. And that was just for in advance. As I said, living in a country aggregated to the European Union, because these days it's called Europe, but without a union there is no Europe. And on the daily life you also don't have Europe. What you do have, it's a country that is ruled by someone outside of it, and whatever it takes and whatever it happens inside of the country, they don't have nothing to do with it. So the people from outside of Portugal that actually don't speak shit from Portuguese, using foraging technology, using foraging business to do their own shit. So I lost myself a bit. So I was trying to get the sense on all of this, try to figure out who we should ask for bills to be paid on. So Microsoft says no to everybody. We all know that. Believe. If someone says that saw Microsoft paying some kind of paycheck for shit that his software done, he's a liar. Because he is. So I tried to search a reason why, and someone to aggregate the complaints or the blame, someone to demand some adjustments and stuff like that. So do you believe that none of representative was available to speak about their bad administration with public powers, because that is what it is, Microsoft in the end and in the start. We don't need to tell all the story about Microsoft and how it has burned, do we? Scenes apart, that there's nothing to do what is going on the world. Sure thing is that whoever had to complain about it already did, and I have nothing to do with it. Now, the real concern about the world these days is about its safety. Because give life, it's an easy action, like fucking your mother. If I want to be more pleasant, doing love with it, generating life with it, with the female. Okay? Things can be easy, but they aren't. I don't know, I gave myself looking to people asking me to give in. Give in what? I was wondering, give in what? When they say, turn yourself in, you what? Are you nuts? I done nothing wrong. And I still am not attaching, because in a moment that a citizen gives himself as blame for whatever they are thinking too, well, it's the dead end. So I was trying to acknowledge something. There were people that told me, you have to kill, because they want me to forcibly kill something, someone, somebody, somewhat. Do you believe that they point me Obama before they came to Portugal? And I felt that like a little bit funny. Governments is a bunch of people that are aggregated directly today on the power. And that they keep in shadow of the power, with power. What you're seeing here right now is the will of your own people. People wants to smoke marijuana, they will smoke marijuana, independently your law. Especially in Indian countries, where they had the habit to smoke weed, has a procedure to achieve peace. Which they were brutally murdered by a white race that was driven by Europeans majority. Okay. which actually Europeans has a foundation on God that prohibits any kind of physical addictions. Governments do that also. Because for government to exist, someone else had to think as government. And to actually think about government, they had to first acknowledge what it is God and what He does demand from us. Because God bosses us around, but He doesn't show His body, they say. And it was one reason to end God in people's mind. So if He says He's God, He's great, He's the best and the bigger one, why the hell He doesn't show up with His own body to defend himself or something? That's why there is a difference between who knows what it is God and probably really God. Mass controlling. Do I look like those freak guys from Area 51 Addiction? Well, I would like to meet them, just for the fun. Do you know how many people died? I will make you since 2004. Do you know how many people died since 2004? In 1998, my first official complaint. I was not in age on the time, but what will do a child with reasons to complain? What will do to complain? I don't know, I think justice men and government people knows everything about everything. I would like to know if a child with 12 years of age wants to complain, how he complains without being, without being stopped on the point where your complaint should go to one place and goes to other place to see if something can be fixed before to go to the official place. If you know what I mean. Oh, we are families with good values, or we are an institution with good values. The children probably is lunatic or suffering from some fucking psychological attack. For real? No. This is a psychological consequence that for me to exercise and to sleep is the very best. I cannot change the world because many people don't want. Because if I could change the world, the majority of sins these days would be eradicated from mankind. I bet my own neck on that in any TV channel in the world, but I don't want fame, so we could say radio. You could put a mask on me, something like that. but I forgot. I am already on YouTube. Bummer me, everybody knows me. Actually, my gameplay video was the most seen video I ever had, with 555 times seen, plus way more. All the other videos that were asking for, please help this girl, or help this family, or help this guy over here, to give you classified information about this and that. Because on my police station I have dirty cops. They will watch it by like 6 times, 7 times, 6 times. It says that it is only one person, that he is not giving a damn for what the fuck I am talking about. He is only interested in money, seeing that I don't have living. Well, I do have living, but I don't know if you accept quarters of dollar and shit like that in Polski from Polonia. I think you already know what I'm talking about. And escudos, Portuguese coin also. And the guy that is watching is like, I'm having the best pleasure in my life, seeing you dying with no support. Well, I will not tell you what it is my pleasure. It would ruin, actually, my pleasure. Obviously, if a guy that has a fucking body to fight anybody that has 120 kilos maximum, from a guy that has a mind that I have, with an IQ of 215, what is giving him pleasure? I would be like so, you know, because I am what I am. I like to be me, obviously. With all included, good stuff and bad stuff, I am like so. Perfect. And only perfect in the world until this day, it's only God. Only God is that much perfect. And only Him. Perfection should be judged. But mankind has the habit to judge others and to subject themselves to perfection. Right on the education. But that is not the issue. What if I was attended on time? How many people would you save? And how many others would you condemn? Because I am in this situation, not just for a fucking bunch of gringos that decided to do whatever it takes to stop the man down. Not a bunch of gringos, man. Don't you fucking play with me. Because I am not a guy to buy drugs on the street. Besides, I've already bought it. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. You wanna smoke? I will give you more. You know why? For a scientist, you are a pretty motherfucking dumb. But that is not that. No. I put a condemnation on the people because it was people doing me. But people has population, povo, pueblo. That's a different stuff. Because povo has nothing to do with it. Individual does. Speaks? Yes, it does. Primary? I don't know. Oh, you don't know? Because these days, with the good practice, we do know there are a lot of pretenders around the world, made and built by themselves, by their own choices. Are we in the willing of accepting science fiction as a reality in the world that fundamented science fiction itself, as scientists know these days? I think not. Unfortunately, the inability to share this video brutally and raw like it is, like people demand it from me somewhere, because they call me a failure because I was a raw producer. So, since I could not catch you with a bling bling somewhere, I have to scratch my head to sing a few verses, at least being hip hop as MCs, etc. Look at me, a clown. As you see, you'll never get to the beginning to the end. Another bet. And that was the condemnation of bettors, because they usually get off the casino empty. Because the business that I was talking here is about people killing other people, disrespecting laws when there is law. So why law if it is a nature? People killing people. This shit. This one, I think, is this one. I like really this one. Old Man of the Mountain. What this look like? For me, Portugal and Spain. Really good. 2000 edition. Look for it. Millennium 1788. 1788. Because there is a difference between British English and US English. Speak it and spoken. Bummer me, I don't care. Shit. If it is speak or spoken, the only thing I care is that the people do understand that the message shit that I say is actually understood, or else someone will be allowed to see daylight again. That's probably me.